Hey everybody, this is Grace. And my mind is stuck on something. I don't know. I really don't know why it's stuck on it totally, but I know some things I've seen lately and have it in my mind. But anyway, it's about when, like, if you are someone who does videos like me, or just does videos unlike me, maybe, where you're actually in the video. Or live streams or videos where people can see things, like they can, besides you, they can see your home maybe, or your car, or your whatever, and you're outside wherever you are that you're making these videos, but they see you too, and people can be judgmental about it. Yeah, like, even like me, I have these really bad allergies all the time, all year long. It's just always allergens around. People could be judgmental about that. People can be judgmental about anything, whether it even exists or not. But what's stuck in my mind is this of being judgmental about things. Okay, I think it's more about that. I should probably say it's more about when people put themselves out to the world to be something they're not. Okay, so, how would you see it when you see the truth about this person? You see that they were lying. They were putting out something that wasn't true about themselves. Like they were putting, as though they were putting out that they have all this money, and then you see where they live and it's trash. However you see trash, but that's it. Are you really being judgmental, or was it that they were lying? And then they got caught, and there's no need for you to be judgmental because it's right there in front of your face. Okay, and then there's this also, on the kind of a little bit on the flip side, is that you might know somebody and that you think this or that about. You're the one making assumptions of what they have and what they don't have. They're not putting it out there that they say have this grand house or whatever, whatever it is. And then when you see what they have, you had assumed that they had something better. Okay, and then that would be you being judgmental, or would it? Think about it. But these kinds of thoughts are on my mind. But there's also other ones. I think part of it was when you start to see people don't have that. There's certain things about the way they do things too. Like if they live in a house that's filthy. Now, you have to question yourself, how do you know what's filthy and what's not? I think we all have a general idea, seriously. So we don't need to be that picky about it, of what is filthy and what's not. Now, some people, they go to an extreme. We all know there are extremes to pretty much everything. And they say one speck of dirt on the floor would be filthy. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about just a general, they have a mess everywhere, kind of thing. Maybe it looks like they're on the episode of Hoarders or something. So, okay, anyway, where was I? Well, one thing that keeps coming to my mind was when I was a teenager, I worked at this hamburger place, and with different women from different backgrounds worked there. It was a little tiny family-owned hamburger place. And the women were, like I said, from different kind of backgrounds. Where they lived, there was a difference from one to the next. Okay, some were a little more on the middle class to upper class, and some were not. Some were on the way the other opposite, or in between somewhere. And we all worked together. But I remember so much about how some didn't have the right kind of hygiene. Working in a fast food, where it was family owned, and you had to actually touch the stuff, so it wasn't already made, or it wasn't already made, put together. For a good part. But I saw that, and then I remember one of them. I don't think she put it out there like this, that she was this way, but like I said, I was a teenager, probably 16 or so, and for some reason I had to go to her house with her, And she was probably like maybe 18 or maximum maybe 20 or somewhere around there. And I had to go to her house after work, or drop her off or something, and she had me go in to introduce to her family, whatever it was. And the house was unbelievably awful, you know. It was. I think that was one of the, or may have been the first time that I was ever shocked by where somebody lived. I can't say that because when I was like 12, I think 12 or yeah, probably 12 years old, I did some babysitting, and the woman's house was unbelievable. It was. I could hear rats. Could see tons of roaches. Okay, I'm drove up here because I wanted to see, what kind of people were here. It's a rec center, around this time of the day. I want to join it, but I want to make sure it's not going to be like, bad like other places I joined recently. But at this time of the day, it's 4:27 p.m., of course, that it looks like the parents drop their kids off here, kids to teenagers. So, yeah, probably not the time I would be here. Well, it wouldn't be the time I would come here. Okay, so real life pause there. But anyway, that was, I think, one of my first experiences. I remember that when we went to this woman, I think she was married, but I married young myself too. But when I went to the house, the ceiling was really low, and it was peeling off of the ceiling, everything. And it was just like so unkept or something. The whole house dirty and all that you had to wonder, whether the people were really depressed or what. I mean, whatever it could be, or maybe just lazy. Okay, and it was different from the way I saw her. I was a teenager, so I had a lot to learn. But before then, I'm sure I went to various places. I remember going to various places, and then it was more like you just go to somebody else's house, with your parents for this or that, whatever. And, it was just that they were different, just different houses, nothing that stood out different, but yeah, just different houses. Okay, so it's starting to rain a little bit. I just wanted to come out here, like I said, see what goes on around here. Now, you're not going to be turning here just because I'm trying to get out, are you? But anyway, I don't know. Like I said, this thought is on my mind, and I've done live streams before, and I wouldn't let myself be in it because I don't know. To me, it allows somebody to see. This is another part of this, to see too much. Like that's too into your life, and plus, when you're talking, like if you're used to talking on the phone or something, you might, I don't know, like coughing or something, when you have to cough, or when you have to blow your nose. One of those things that's not really socially acceptable to do in front of other people, and a lot of other people. It brings about something new, really. Seriously, it brings about a whole new thing that me, my age at least, they didn't grow up having everybody see what they were doing. Okay? Yeah. Like if they were eating something or whatever it was. Not everybody was watching them. Okay, and that might be, that, like I said earlier, I think I said that, it's one of the reasons this is on my mind, because I've seen that happen with somebody. It was, I don't know, it's not something, why would a person put it out there in the world? But if you're doing it in a live stream, you don't get to cut out that part, or I don't know, there might be a way you can do it, but yeah, I think there is a way you can do it, but that would be a lot of work. And plus, I mean, while it's going live stream, you can't, but afterwards you can, when it goes to video. But just that of people seeing, like if you have some kind of, like I said, you have to blow your nose, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe the younger people, since they might have grown up with it, being able to watch somebody's video live, they wouldn't be as shocking, or wouldn't have that social kind of, I don't know, stigma. I don't know if that would be the right word anyway. But you see what I'm saying? It wouldn't be bad manners. Okay. It's like in social settings that I have grew up in, if you had to blow your nose, you basically excused yourself and you walked off and you blew your nose somewhere else. But not in front of a whole bunch of people, with a whole bunch of people watching. I mean, unless it was kind of an emergency, but yeah, that was very rare. I can't even imagine a situation that you're going way too fast, mister. But I'm happy that it's raining, yeah. But anyway, you see what I'm saying? So, anyway, I think it basically, one of the things is you learn too much about people that you know, might not have wanted to know. Seriously. But, you know, at the same time, that might be a good thing because then you get more of the picture and you can, but why are we being judgmental? Why are we wanting to get more of the picture to be judgmental about it? It just depends, really. You know, seriously, it depends on so many things. Like if you have a suspicion that somebody is really abusive and they're lying, you know, about it, pardon the blinker and the cough. But if you've had that, you want to see, you know, like you have a suspicion that they're lying, that they put it off as though that they live in the most beautiful, beautiful home, and then you see it on live or on a video, the inside, outside, whatever. You say, whoa, that's not all that. You know, it's bad. However bad would be to you. But it just wasn't what they were putting out there. Okay, I guess that's what's bothering me lately is overall I've seen too much, you know, like somebody put stuff out there that is not true. I mean, that is the story of my life. I can remember since childhood, like I said, well, even teenage years. Like I said, when I was 12, I was preteen. But, you know, then you find out the truth. Now it doesn't affect me like it did when I was a child, of course. You know, you grow, you age. But it's on my mind. And, you know, and you never know what you're saying and how other people are going to make assumptions, too. You know, I've done videos about that in the past. When people judge you on an assumption, like my accent, oh my goodness. Yeah, people make assumptions. Like, even here, even IRL, you know, as people call it, face-to-face world. In the real world, in real life. I'm Texan, born and raised in Texas. I've lived in many states, you know, since after being an adult. I moved around a lot and lived in so many different states. But in Texas, and I live in Texas, I run across people who think that my accent is bad, it's wrong, it's whatever. I'm like, this is Texas. I'm Texan. You're the one with the accent. We all have accents. I don't care what people say. Oh, well, there is this one state that has the correct accent. No. We all have accents. All of us. The whole world, we have an accent. Yeah, it just depends so much. Okay, but they'll also make assumptions because based on accents, or terminology. I try to simplify things. That's my thing. My master's is in sociology, and I simplify things. But they'll make an assumption, and it's wrong. Okay. Now I know what some people think. Assumption and all that. What they say about assuming anything. No, it just makes it out of that one person. Period. It does. It's that one person. It's not both of us. It's not me. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And I just thought I'd talk about something that's on my mind other than my usual. So I'm going to wrap it up. Talk to you on another video. Bye.